Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Moran Cherkes, and today in this video we're going to be talking about how you can leverage email marketing for your soccer academy. First things first, you want to define a goal. So there can be different type of goals that you can use for your email marketing. One can be sign-ups, one can be promotion of your camp, one can be selling your merchandise of your academy. So define a goal, what is that you're trying to achieve. Let's start off with using the system Go High Level. This is something that I recommend for managing your soccer academy for email marketing, social media, communication with players, through social media, through SMS. So this is an extremely powerful platform that I always recommend our partner academies to start using. So we're going to head off to marketing, over to emails, and let's start off with creating templates. So we have a bunch of templates that are invoice reminders, newsletters. So let's start from scratch. So we're going to press this blue button and then we're going to go with a blank template. So in case we want to start off with a blank template, something I don't recommend because you can save a lot of time by using email marketing templates that are already pre-built for you. Now we're just going to be using one specific template. Let's say that we want to use a tire shop campaign. Then I'm going to click continue. And there we go. Our template is being generated. And now we have our template generated. So as you can see here, we have a bunch of photos, bunch of text. So we're going to start off with optimizing this email template so it suits our branding, everything that we do. It has to make sense. So we're going to start choosing the logo at the top. I'm just going to be scrolling down. I'm going to be uploading the logo as I already have that one uploaded. We have now the logo. So I'm going to decrease the width probably to 100. We don't need such a big logo. And the second thing, we're going to be changing the photo that's in the background. As you can see here, we're going to just scroll down a little bit. I'm going to be changing this photo. So let's delete this one. I'm going to be adding an image. I'm going to be replacing it with some of the content that we've done. So let's use this one, for instance. Yep, this one seems really good. Now I'm going to be changing another photo. And we're going to repeat the process with every single one of them. Let's say that we want to use photo from the field actually. And so on and so on. So I'm going to just be repeating the process and implement all the photos so it completely makes sense for our academy. And then we're going to start optimizing the email itself so it actually drives traffic, it actually drives people to do certain actions that we want, which is the key reason why we want to send emails. And I'll be explaining you how to actually do that once I finish inserting all the photos. So as you can see here, this photo doesn't match. So I'm going to be replacing it with the one that actually fits. Let's try with this one. Okay, this one fits perfectly. Great. Now, as we already have template created, looks really well, except these photos, they're not fitting in a sense where they are a bit distorted. So I'm going to be choosing full photo. As you can see here, we have a bunch of options that we guys can use. I'm just going to be using the same thing. As you see, this doesn't make sense because the photos are in a different format. So it doesn't seem quite well. So what you guys can do, first thing that you guys can be using is either cropping these photos so they are exactly the same size, or simply choosing the photos that already are the same size. So if you guys want to crop the photos, you are able to do that. I'm just going to be using our stock photos at the moment. This looks fine. So this is 1:1 format. In case you need to crop the photos, you can be using simply canva.com. And from here, you're able just to use Instagram Square, put in all the photos, export them once again by clicking Share, Download, choose the format, PNG or JPEG file, and all of them will be the same format. So for this video, I will not be showing you how to edit and manage these photos because that's not the purpose of the video. So I was just showing you guys how you can actually implement the photos from your academy and making sure that you guys have them the same size and not having them distorted. The next thing that we want to think of, okay, if this is a promotional campaign for our trials, we're going to be crafting the text so it makes sense for our trials. I'm just going to be changing this text as well. I will not be putting so much focus into copywriting. I'll be putting more focus from a technical perspective, how you can actually leverage this content. Let's say, this June 19th, we are having 1 week of open trial days in our academy. Click the button below to sign up. I'm just going to be adding space here. And great. As you can see here, now we have a button here. In case you want to be guys adding specific things for your academy, here in Go High Level, you simply can use a lot of other elements that you guys want to be implementing maybe. As you can see here, I can just drag and drop a button. I can be changing the colors of the button. I can be doing a lot of stuff. But for this video, we will just be using pre-made template. In case you guys want to be adding something extra, something that you guys find super interesting and super helpful, you guys can be using all of these features that Go High Level has. So next thing, we're going to be adding a domain or a website link where we want to actually send these people to. So maybe we have a registration form where we collect the registrations. So I'm just going to be showing you one of the examples that we currently do in Sweden. We do have a camp. We're organizing a camp, and here people can find more information about the camp, who's actually on the camp, why the camp is different than the other camps. And I can be adding that link over here. And I will repeat the process for the rest of the links that we have here. But before that, I will be changing the text because we are not giving free tires. So join our trials in, let's say, Miami. It doesn't really matter. This is just an explanatory video. Amazing. Now we have everything looking fine from a button perspective. And I will not be changing the text, so we just save a little bit of time. I'm going to be pressing Save Template. And right now, our template is saved. The next thing that I want to be doing, I want to be sending a test email. So here I'm going to be using our email that is connected with this system. So let's start off with using superstars.com. Sender, I'm just going to be using our brand name. Send test to my personal email. And here we're going to have a preview text. Trials in Miami. Soccer Academy. Great stuff. Okay, I'm going to be sending test email right now. And test email has been sent, so let's check out our email. As you can see here, we've got an email. Looks really well. Great stuff. So now, if I click one of these buttons, the buttons are directly taking us to the landing page, which is exactly what we want. But now let's take it to the next step and leverage it in a sense that we actually can see results. So sending one email usually is not enough. So people usually, marketers, we create a full flow. So what I mean by that is we're going to be using a workflow in the automation section. So under marketing, we have an option, automation, that will be automatically sending emails either if player haven't received any of your emails, or players have submitted a form on the website, or they have come to in contact with your academy in another way. So there is a lot of things that you guys would have to think of from a marketing perspective and from contacts. So if we're gonna be sending these emails to some of the contacts, I'm gonna be using a thing called tag. So contact tag, I'm gonna be selecting here tag added, and I'm gonna be using one of the tags, for example, camp. All the players that have a tag camp, I'm just gonna be saving this so I can show you. All of our players in the contacts, we can tag them. So we can use different tags in order to mark specific people that we want to get in touch with. So we give them certain tags. So if I go here over to tags, I can be creating a bunch of other tags. So every tag that we currently have is related to something that we do. Either it's a location, either it's a group age of players. Maybe we want to separate parents and players. So to be able to separate players and parent contacts, you're going to be using tags. So the tags are used in the marketing automations and to make sure that you can simply segment people that you work with within your academy. Maybe you want to have tag coaches, so you want to be sending specific reminders to your coaches. It totally depends on the needs of the academy and depends on the campaign itself. So if I go back here, I'm going to be using tag, select, I'm going to be using tag added, I'm going to be using camp, for example, and save trigger. So the next thing is I'm going to be using wait function with 5-minute delay. So what this does, it allows me after 5 minutes that person that has a tag camp, after 5 minutes they will be receiving our first email. So send email, and here again we're going to be using the same thing from email. Let's say that we want to use this email. Subject is going to be trials in Miami. Let's use soccer trials. Amazing. Here we're going to be using templates. Now our template is tire shop, as we haven't changed the name of the template. And I'm going to be choosing save action. Again, coming back here, going to use the wait function. Maybe here we want to send another email after 2 days. And again, I'm going to be repeating email. Same information back again. I'm just going to be using maybe different template. So instead of having that template, I'm going to be using another template that we've already created. And once we are done, we can simply publish the flow, save, and name the flow. So we're going to be using this as Miami Trials Email Campaign. Great. I'm going to be pressing save. The great thing about these emails and about this system, we can exactly see how many emails we've sent in total, how many of them we've delivered, how many of them have been opened, clicked on the actual buttons that we've added within the email template, how many of them bounced, how many of them unsubscribed. So we can exactly see the performance of our email campaigns, and even if it makes sense for us to do it, if maybe we should double down on them, or maybe we should change an approach. So in case our emails are not working well for us, maybe we can start off using another channel communication such as SMS. So instead of sending emails, maybe we want to be sending SMS. So this is a powerful way to test what's working best, and this helps you to actually manage large volume of the communication that you need to distribute within the academy. So guys, in case you need certain assistance, I will attach the link down below in the description in case you want to speak with me, get some feedback, as I already have been working with more than 15 academies across the world, helping them with managing system like Go High Level and scaling the amount of players that they have on trials within the academy, signups. So that's something that I do. And I'll also be attaching the link to this system as well as some free resources that I've been building over past few months. So in case, guys, you liked watching this video, I would really appreciate you leaving a comment and maybe giving me a thumbs up so I can continue making these videos for you. Thank you guys for watching.